Mei is oftentimes skipped over in the Avatar series, so I think it's time we do her character justice. I'm gonna go through all media that she appears in, gathering information before, during, and after the original series. I'm also gonna focus on what happened to Mei and Zuko after the series ended. So let's get this video started as I explain the entire life of Mei. Mei was born to Okano and Michi. She was born and raised in the Fire Nation, but had no firebending abilities herself. Mei's family had a lot of money and were one of the more prestigious Fire Nation families. Because of this, Mei had to be well behaved and keep her head down to avoid scandals or her family getting a bad name. She only spoke unless spoken to, and if she disobeyed, she would get in a lot of trouble with her mother. Mei rarely disobeyed, however. She did as she was told. Despite the fact that her parents gave her everything that she wanted, she resented them because they forced her to stay silent and to be the perfect daughter. She hated living in the Fire Nation and kept herself sane by throwing knives at her bedroom wall. She did this mostly out of boredom, but this soon became a very useful, self-taught skill. When she got good enough, she began to always carry knives, arrows, or whatever else she could throw with her. Mei attended the Royal Fire Academy for Girls, where she met Ty Lee and Azula, who quickly became her best friends. One night, Mei had Azula and Ty Lee over for a sleepover, and Azula convinced the other two to steal mochi from Mei's mother that was meant for Mei's grandmother. Mei decided not to eat any because she had just been told the story of the Kumurokage, ancient spirits that kidnap children who misbehave. Even though she didn't eat any, Mei still feared the spirits coming for her. She talked in her sleep, saying that the Kumurokage were going to get her. When Mei was around the age of 10, she developed a crush on Azula's brother Zuko. Azula realized this one day while they were playing at the palace. She saw Mei blush as Zuko walked by, and Azula decided to humiliate both of them. She made Mei balance an apple on her head, and she set it on fire. This caused Zuko to tackle her into the fountain and land on top of each other. When Ty Lee said that they were cute together, Mei got up and was about to call them a name, but she stopped herself, remembering her parents' wish for her to behave perfectly. Mei continued to have a crush on Zuko, but didn't know how to handle it. This led to her throwing mud in his face to get his attention. The two eventually warmed up to each other, and Zuko saw a side of Mei that most others didn't see, a happy and fun side. The two started dating and made each other very happy. This all ended, however, when Zuko was burned and banished by his father. Mei was very sad to see him go, but knew that she had to move on. If she was seen with or talked about Zuko, the banished and disowned prince, it would affect her family's reputation, the thing that she had to think about all her life with every choice that she made. When Mei was about 15, she became an older sister to Tom Tom. Shortly after Tom Tom's birth, Mei's father became the governor of Umashu, a city that once belonged to the Earth Kingdom but had been overthrown by the Fire Nation. The family left the Fire Nation and moved to Umashu, which Mei hated even more. Mei was extremely bored there, but excitement finally hit when Earth Kingdom rebels started to fight back. Mei tried to pursue the Avatar, who she thought tried to kill her and her family, but he got away. It later looked as though the rebels had kidnapped Tom Tom, and they made a deal to trade King Bumi to get Tom Tom back. During this, Mei got an unexpected visit from Azula and Ty Lee. Azula asked Mei to join her and Ty Lee to capture Zuko and his uncle Iroh. Mei agreed, but had doubts due to the fact that it was Zuko, her ex-boyfriend. While Azula was in Umashu, she told Mei's father that he was doing a terrible job and renamed Umashu the City of New Ozai. She then said that Mei would handle the hostage trade instead of Ukano because Azula thought that he would just mess it up. Right before they were about to make the trade, however, they realized that it was an unfair trade and a fight broke out. The Avatar and his friends got away, but they kept King Bumi in custody. The Avatar later safely returned Tom Tom to Mei's parents, however. After that, Azula told Mei and Ty Lee that their mission had broadened. Now they were not only going after Zuko and Iroh, but the Avatar as well. When Ty Lee said it would be interesting to see Zuko again, Mei looked the other way and smiled. Mei was a bit conflicted about going after Zuko, her ex-boyfriend. Zuko had a special place in her heart, and she had a soft side for him. In a lot of ways, she was happy that they were going after the Avatar, because that gave her more time to prepare for seeing Zuko. The three girls later caught up with Team Avatar, and Mei and Ty Lee fought Katara and Sokka. Mei and Ty Lee won, but Mei was disappointed at how underwhelming winning was. Mei, Azula, and Ty Lee later tried to penetrate the walls of Ba Sing Se using a giant Fire Nation drill. Mei and Ty Lee were able to fight off Earth Kingdom soldiers when they tried to stop them, but when Team Avatar stepped in, once again a big fight broke out. Mei dropped out of the fight, however, when she was told to go down a slurry pipeline filled with gross water and rocks mixed together. Team Avatar ultimately ended up stopping them from getting through the wall, to the disappointment of Azula. Mei herself didn't really care though. The girls got a second chance of infiltrating Ba Sing Se, but this time they decided to do it from the inside. They came face to face with and fought the Kyoshi warriors. Mei, using her knives, helped Azula and Ty Lee easily beat them. They stole their armor and dressed up as the Kyoshi warriors in order to get inside Ba Sing Se. They fooled the Earth King and eventually overthrew Ba Sing Se in the name of the Fire Nation. After Azula captured Iroh, almost killed the Avatar, and told Zuko he could come home welcomed as Prince, the mission that she had recruited Mei and Ty Lee for was over. It was time to return home to the Fire Nation. Zuko, however, was reluctant to go, and Azula, with the help of Ty Lee, made a plan to use Mei to entice Zuko into returning home. They set up a giant dinner with live music and told both of them that they were invited to a dinner with everyone. When they got there, however, it was just the two of them. They decided not to let the food go to waste, and when Zuko and Mei hated the music, Zuko yelled at him to leave, which Mei greatly appreciated. The two eventually decided to leave and go for a walk. While they were walking through Ba Sing Se, a girl named Jin came up to the two of them and called Zuko Lee. Mei got a bit jealous when she realized that the girl had feelings for Zuko and that the two had gone on a date before. Her jealousy became even more prominent when Zuko said that Mei was just a knife thrower from a circus. Mei embraced this, however, and said that she would show Jin. She mockingly told Lee to stand over by the fountain. She placed a fish on Zuko's head, broke off an icicle, and threw it like a knife, which pierced the fish. Mei then let Jin try, and when she threw it, it knocked Zuko into the fountain. Mei went over to him and said, smiling, "Now we're even," referencing the time when Zuko knocked her in the fountain when she was 10. When they were away from Jin, Mei laughed at Zuko, and when Zuko said that she could have gotten him killed, she said, "Whatever, Lee." When Zuko touched her, she blushed, and it was clear that the two were enjoying themselves. Zuko told her that he missed seeing this happy and uplifting side of Mei. Mei told him that a lot had changed since the days that she would throw mud in his face, but she added that not everything had changed, and she leaned in to kiss Zuko. When Mei, Ty Lee, and Azula were about to leave, Azula saw Mei and Zuko together and called them lovebirds. Mei asked Zuko if he was coming back with them, but Zuko still wasn't sure. As they were boarding, however, Zuko said that he was coming home. On the ship home, Mei comforted Zuko when he was worried about returning to the Fire Nation. She told him to stop worrying and kissed him. When they returned, Mei and Zuko had a wonderful relationship. One weekend, Mei, along with Zuko, Azula, and Ty Lee, all went to Ember Island to Azula and Zuko's beach house. During this trip, Mei and Zuko struggled a bit with the relationship. The group went to an arcade on the island where Zuko won a stuffed tiger monkey. When he asked Mei if she wanted it, she replied saying, "What does my face tell you?" clearly pointing out that she did not want it. Azula called them over to an arcade game, and Zuko asked what it was. Mei responded with a lot of attitude. "Well, gee, Zuko, this is an arcade. You think maybe it's a game?" When Zuko lost, he destroyed the game by setting it on fire, and as they walked away from the owner freaking out, Mei said that they should have put a warning on it. When they went to the actual beach, Zuko tried to give Mei a shell, and Mei asked why she would want that. Zuko again tried to be nice to Mei by getting her ice cream, but when it fell on her lap, it was another miss. Mei was still in a bad mood. By the time that they went to a party that night, both of them were in a bad mood. Mei made Zuko go get her food, and while he did, a guy came up to her. Zuko got jealous and pushed the guy away. Mei got mad and told him that he was impatient, hot-headed, and angry. Zuko responded saying that at least he feels something, unlike her. He told her that she was just a big blah. Mei turned away from Zuko and told him that it was over. While on the beach, everyone started opening up, and when it was Mei's turn, she said that she didn't have any sob stories because her childhood was easy and normal. She said that she was a rich only child who got whatever she wanted, but then she added in a much sadder voice, "As long as I behaved and sat still and didn't speak unless spoken to. My mother said I had to keep out of trouble. We had my dad's political career to think about." Azula then broke this down and said, "Well, that's it then. You had a controlling mother who had certain expectations, and if you strayed from them, you were shut down. That's why you were afraid to care about anything, and why you can't express yourself." Mei then snapped, proving Azula that she could express herself by screaming at her to leave her alone. She then threw Zuko off when he tried to comfort her, saying that she was still mad at him. After Zuko opened up, however, Mei went up to him and told Zuko that she cared about him, and the two made up and got back together. The two continued to have a good relationship when they went back home. Unfortunately, this came to an end when Zuko realized his true destiny. He left behind a letter from Mei saying goodbye, and as he looked at a picture of Mei, he said he was sorry. This broke Mei's heart. She didn't get a chance to say goodbye, and she was mad that Zuko didn't have the courage to say goodbye in person. She became very sad and upset, confiding in her family. This included her uncle, who was the warden at the prison The Boiling Rock. Zuko eventually got locked up at that very prison while on a mission with Sokka. The warden told his niece that Zuko was there, and she went to confront him. She pulled out the letter and told him that he could have at least looked her in the eye when he ripped out her heart. She told Zuko that he was betraying his country, but Zuko told her that he didn't see it that way. When a riot started, Zuko was forced to lock Mai in a cell, and as the two looked into each other's eyes, there was nothing but pain and regret. This moment affected Mai so much that when she was let out, she betrayed her uncle, the guards, and Azula to save Zuko. When Azula confronted her, Mai told her that she miscalculated and that she loved Zuko more than she feared Azula. When Azula made a move toward Mai, Ty Lee jumped in and she blocked Azula to save Mai. Mai and Ty Lee were captured, and Azula told the guards to take them somewhere where she would never have to see their faces again, and told the guards to let them rot. Mai and Ty Lee were taken to the same prison where the Kyoshi warriors that they had defeated to infiltrate Ba Sing Se were. They all became friends, and after the war ended, Mai's uncle pulled some strings to get them all out. Mai forgave Zuko for everything, and the two got back together. Mai became friends with Team Avatar as well, and enjoyed tea with them in Iroh's tea shop. When Zuko was crowned Fire Lord, they continued to date, but during that time, Zuko began to confide in Mai less and less. About 1 year after Zuko was crowned, he left the Fire Nation on a mission without saying goodbye to Mai. Mai was furious, and when he returned, she called him out on it. She told him that she had to figure out where he went from the soldiers posted around the capital. Mai said that he was doing it again, and told Zuko that if he's having problems, then he should come to her. Zuko promised her that he would do better, something that meant a lot to Mai. Mai then pointed out that he had been having trouble sleeping, and said that she had gotten him new bodyguards. The new guards were the Kyoshi warriors, who Mai had been locked up with at the end of the war. Mai was once again let down by Zuko when Suki told her that Zuko was going to visit his father in prison. She didn't care that he was visiting him, but she did care that he didn't tell her. Zuko told her that even though he kept screwing up, he still loved her. Mai then told him that lately, he's loved his secrets more than her. She said that he would have an easier time keeping them when he was alone. When Zuko asked what she was telling him, she bowed and said sadly, "Goodbye, Fire Lord." As she walked out, Zuko screamed after her, ordering her to come back, but Mai kept walking. Zuko had once again broken her heart. After the breakup, Mai's aunt hired her to work in her flower shop, hoping that being around flowers all day would cheer her up. While working, a boy named Kilo came into the shop. He said that he was looking for a bouquet of flowers for someone special, and said that he wanted it to say, "You're beautiful." When Mai gave it to him, he gave it back to her and said that she was the special someone. He then asked her out on a date. She sighed and said that she gets off work at 5. Mai's aunt was thrilled by this, and Mai was just happy to have something to do that night. She had been thinking about Zuko a lot, even right before Kilo had come into the store. She knew it would be nice to have something to get her mind off of that. On the date, Kilo made Mai smile twice. She then told him that smiles were hard to come by these days, and Kilo asked if that was because of her breakup with Zuko. Mai told him, smiling, that she didn't know if she should be creeped out or flattered that he knew so much about her. Kilo then took her to a sketchy stairwell, which Mai refused to go down. As she was leaving to go home, she heard a voice ask Kilo if he had accomplished his mission. Mai recognized the voice that had said this at once. It was her father. She went down with Kilo, intrigued, and her father, Ukano, started bad-mouthing Zuko, and Mai defended him. Her father then said that life wasn't easy since Zuko took the throne, but Mai reminded him that Zuko offered him a position in government, which he refused. Ukano told Mai about his group of rebels, including Kilo, who formed the new Ozai Society, and they were going to overthrow Zuko to get Ozai back on the throne. He said that she knew him better than anyone, and that she could give them the edge that they needed to take him down. When Tom Tom showed up, Mai was outraged that her father had taken her little brother to a place like this. Mai told her father that she and Tom Tom were leaving. She began to fight the entire society, and her father screamed to capture them, but not to hurt them. Mai defeated them with ease, however. When Kilo came up to her and said that he really did like her, she punched him square in the face and told him to consider that the end of their date. Her father was the last one standing, and he called out to her, but Mai told him goodbye as she walked out with Tom Tom. The next day, when she was at the flower shop, she ignored her little brother and aunt as she sadly looked at a picture of her and Zuko. She had heard that Zuko went to search for his mom, and even though they were broken up, she wished the best for Zuko and hoped that he would find her. When Mai told her mother about her father's society, Michi realized that Ukano was endangering their whole family, and she packed up and left. All of them moved in with Mai's aunt, who she was working for, above the flower shop. A few weeks later, she started seeing Kilo again in secret, trying to get dirt on her father to put a stop to his terror. her. One night, Ty Lee visited her and the two caught up. Mei told Ty Lee about Kilo and how he worked for her father. Ty Lee judged her for using someone who liked her that much, all to protect her ex-boyfriend. Mei preferred to look at it as her doing her duty as a loyal citizen. She told Ty Lee that Kilo was coming and asked Ty Lee to tell her if Kilo was trustworthy. Kilo then arrived and Mei introduced him to Ty Lee. Kilo told him the newest Ozai Society plan and Mei pretended to flirt with him, calling him babe and complimenting him any chance that she got. Ty Lee asked Kilo why he took such a risk betraying the society, and he said it was because you don't meet a girl like Mei every day. After he left, Ty Lee told Mei that he was trustworthy. They made a plan to protect Zuko and his family, but they found out that Kilo gave them wrong information. Mei, Ty Lee, and Iroh swooped in the last second to save them. This was the first time that Zuko and Mei had seen each other since their breakup, and they fought side by side in harmony. When Mei confronted Kilo, Zuko, not knowing anything about him or his relationship with Mei, vouched for him, saying that he betrayed the society and freed him so that he could save his family. Mei then heard her father's voice behind one of the masked men. When she confronted him, two other masked men came up behind her, and Kilo saved her. Mei mocked Kilo, calling him babe, and said that both she and her father played him for a patsy. They were then attacked, and Kilo fell and broke his leg. Mei's father then came up to her and told her that everything he's done was because he loved her and their family. He said he wanted their family back together, but as long as Zuko was on the throne, they weren't safe. Ukano told her that if there was no truth to what he was saying, then she should arrest him right there, but Mei decided to let him go free. She then caught up with Kilo, who was trying to walk with his broken leg, and took him back home. Mei refused to go out with Kilo until his leg was healed because she thought that casts were unattractive. A month later, when he got the cast off, the two started dating. On one date, he told her that all of his life he wanted to belong to something, to feel complete, which is why he joined her father's society. But now, he didn't feel that way because he wanted to belong to someone. As he said this, Mei leaned in and kissed him. To Mei's horror, however, she watched what looked like the Komorakage spirits kidnap her little brother Tom Tom. She tried to stop them, but they got away. When they were giving their report, Zuko burst in and said that he was there to help. When Zuko got Aang to help them, Mei's father burst in and said that it was Mei's fault that Tom Tom was kidnapped, as he, her father, would have been able to protect their family. Despite Kilo's protest to this, Mei believed her father's words, and they ate her up inside. After her father was escorted out, Zuko asked Mei if her father was part of the society that attacked him and his family a few weeks back, and she lied, saying no he wasn't. Kilo pulled her aside after this and said that her father should go to prison, but Mei, thinking that her father was the only one that could protect their family after this kidnapping, said that he couldn't do that from prison. Mei, along with Kilo, Zuko, and Aang, went into the catacombs to learn more about the Komorakage spirits. While they were opening a wall, Kilo helped Mei by holding her, which made Zuko jealous. She continued to compliment Kilo and hold his arm. Zuko later swooped in though and gave her some light when she was trying to read a scroll. Here the two had a moment where their eyes met. It was clear that they still had a spark and both had feelings for the other. Zuko eventually got a moment alone with Mei, and at first the two did not know what to say to each other. Zuko then mentioned Kilo and said that it was good to see her happy, or at least happy-ish. He then told Mei that he missed her. Mei snapped and asked why he would say something like that. She yelled at him and said that they had their chance, but now it was time to move on. Zuko then asked if she felt the same way about Kilo that she had felt for him. She told him to stop, but he pressed her to answer the question. Mei turned around and screamed, "You broke my heart, Zuko. Twice. And the stupid thing is, I let you. Like a complete moron, I let you." She then explained to Zuko that Kilo liked her a lot more than she liked him, and said that that's how it had to be. This way, she would never get hurt the way Zuko hurt her again. When they got back, they returned to a mob led by Mei's father. Mei went up to her father and said that she knew he was hiding something. He told her that he didn't know what she was talking about. As he walked away, he told Mei that when she realized the truth, she knew where to find him. Mei got mad at Zuko for yelling at a man whose child had just been kidnapped and let her anger out by venting to Kilo. Kilo then comforted her and kissed her. Mei thanked him for everything, and it was clear that she was starting to have stronger feelings for him. Despite this, however, when she returned to her room, she pulled out an old picture of her and Zuko. When Zuko's little sister was kidnapped, Mei went to see Zuko and gave him a hug to comfort him. She then came clean to Zuko about her father being in the new Ozai Society and told everyone that she could tell that he was hiding something from the last time that she saw him. Mei later begged Zuko to make the guards free Kilo, who was being arrested with the other new Ozai Society members. Zuko and Kilo went head to head until Mei broke up their little standoff. Mei, along with Kilo, Zuko, and Aang, found where the kids were hidden and fought the people dressed up as the Komorakage spirits. Mei and Azula fought one-on-one, and when Azula got the upper hand, Kilo jumped in. When Azula was about to give a big blow on Kilo, Kilo, Mei begged her not to. Zuko put his pride aside and jumped in to save him, which Mei really appreciated. When Zuko went to fight Azula, Mei and Kilo saved Aang and the kids. Mei became very happy when Tom Tom ran to her. She told her little brother that she missed him so much. Mei and Tom Tom said goodbye to their father as he got locked up. Mei told him that he deserved to go to prison, but said that he was brave in the end, and told him that that was how she was going to choose to remember him. Her father responded, saying that that was more than he deserved. After everything that happened, Mei decided to break up with Kilo. As he left, Mei put her head in her hands and began to cry. For now, this is all we know. Mei breaking up with Kilo opens the door for Zuko to come back into the picture. The two clearly still have chemistry, and a lot of history and nostalgia for both of them came out throughout this comic. I think that's all we'll see of her father for now. I think he's going to be in prison for a while, but I could be wrong. As soon as we get more information on Mei's character, I'll be sure to make another video about it, so stay tuned for that. Thank you so much for watching, guys. You can follow me on social media. Links for that will be down below. If you like this video, make sure you press that subscribe button to help grow the channel. I want to give a huge shout out to all my patrons listed below. If you want to be featured on the next video, plus get a bunch of other rewards, check out my Patreon. Again, thank you so much for watching, and look out for more great videos on the way.